Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program, Liberia First on GHT Talk. Today is Tuesday, July the 16th, 2024. And we got a great show coming up for all of us here tonight. So invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. Talking about the big sister Esther Gay of Grand Rapids, Michigan, Josephus Mane, New York or New Jersey, Henry Yanka Dennis, Lawrence Swige of Des Moines, Iowa, the Queen of Australia, Mary Ann Hill, Summer Brown, Betty Silver, and Alfred Zion. And for other you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we say congratulations to you. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well. Coming up in our conversation tonight, democracy and freedom threatened. Democracy and freedom threatened. The deployment of soldiers of the armed forces of Liberia at the Roberts International Airport during the arrival of President Weah is a direct threat and affront to our democracy and freedoms. Stop the harassment of peaceful citizens by any means. We applaud the House of Representatives' action against this act and call on them to pass a bill that bars the Army Chief of Staff from coming from the same county as the President. As we dig deeper tonight, we call on the House of Representatives, the legislature, to pass a bill that will bar the Chief of Staff and the President to come from the same county as it is right now in Liberia. Also coming up, Alan White condemned. United States of America Ambassador Van Shaak, Beth Van Shaak, has condemned Dr. Alan White, who alleged during the June 13th Congressional Hearing of, quote, witness tampering and coaching by Liberia's activists and NGOs, end of quote, met sharp criticism from Ambassador Beth Van Shaak as, quote, unsubstantiated and disappointing, end of quote. Meanwhile, the movement stand have backtracked on her sweeping endorsement of appointments in the World Economic Crime Code Office Creation and is now calling for all rights advocates, former TRCs, commissioners, and NGOs to a stakeholder dialogue to restructure the Office of World Economic Crime Code leadership. Let's dig deeper. Also, coming up, Joseph Human Burger Yellow Machine source. Who originated the much talk about yellow machines? Is this person a Liberian or foreigner? Will a Liberian have vested interest in Liberia's development as stated by the Joseph Human Burger letter to the legislature, or a foreigner? Will this person ever benefit from the GMB Gentleman Agreement? Or once the machines are in Liberia, to hell with the agreement? Why is the Burger government so tight-lipped? Or who this person is? GHT Talk, Digging Deeper Department, goes in depth to unmark a great man behind this yellow machines deal. And that is not the South African Gomit or the American Canadian Robert Friedland. As we dig deeper tonight in the Yellow Machine saga, Gina Howard Talk unveils the long-time friend with vested interest in Liberia's development as the late McDonald Wento. Mr. McDonald Wento is the Boyka's long-term friend who originated the much talk about Yellow Machines deal. Since when did Joseph Yuba Boyka and Wento become friends? The young man's dream for a better Liberia, and especially to connect the Southeast with paved roads, led him to Joseph Yuba Boyka. However, his greatness and patriotism are being overlooked and trashed in the dustbin. As we dig deeper tonight, since his death, Boyka government is yet to even console his family and friends and make his Yellow Machines arrangement public. The tight-knit administration has now incorporated Speaker J. Funati Kofa and others. Rest in perfect peace, Mark. Also, coming up, in War Economic Crime Court establishment, what's in it for Mama Liberia? For these and many other stories we are digging up for you tonight, we invite you to invite others. Like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Got a great show coming up here. And of course, we apologize for coming up so late, but we had to do the show for you tonight. Junior Hall Talk FM 107. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to this all important show here for you tonight.
Everybody. The title of the hearing today is Liberia Next Steps Toward Accountability for War and Economic Crimes. The topic is timely. Last month on May 2nd, Liberian President Joseph Boakai signed an executive order to establish an office of a War and Economic Crimes Court for Liberia. The mandate of the office is to investigate, design, and prescribe the methodology, mechanisms, and the processes for the establishment of a special war crimes court, as well as a national anti-corruption court. A war crimes court has been a long-standing demand of the victims and survivors of Liberia's two civil wars. Between 1989 and 2003, as many as 250,000 Liberians are believed to have been killed and 1 million displaced. Horrific atrocities were committed by all sides, including extrajudicial executions, torture, rape, forced labor, and extortion. The 2009 final report of Liberia's Truth and Reconciliation Commission called for the creation of an extraordinary criminal tribunal to address these crimes. Unfortunately, the past two presidents dragged their feet. So to see concrete progress now, 15 years later, is encouraging. This is good news at a moment when there's not a lot of that to go around. Accountability in Liberia is an issue that has historically had strong bipartisan support. The Biden administration is already deeply engaged, led by Beth Van Shaak, our excellent ambassador for global criminal justice. I was looking forward to receiving recommendations from our witnesses as to how Congress can best support what will surely be a groundbreaking initiative. I have to say, because I just got the testimonies last night, having read them, um, I think some of what the public might hear today, in my opinion, doesn't live up to the advertising. Uh, it seems to be a clearly kind of coordinated smear job, if you will. Uh, Several of the witnesses are going to attack certain human rights defenders and organizations by name, and one will go further and attack the entire human rights movement as well as Ambassador Van Shaak. We will have witnesses that will offer, serious grounded recommendations on the next steps we're supposed to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. But I think it's worth reminding everyone that accountability requires due process, and presenting allegations that are not substantiated in a public forum in which those targeted have no voice, no opportunity to defend themselves, I think is the exact opposite of what human rights is about. And I think those who engage in that kind of practice, I think, undercut our commitment to human rights. So I want to be clear that some of what is going to be said today, I'm going to take issue with, and I regret that. But without objection, I move to submit for the record a forthcoming statement from the State Department's Office of Global Criminal Justice, an October 2021 press release from the U.S. Embassy in Liberia titled "Ambassador McCarthy Commends Hassan Bilati Global Justice Research Project," and a press release titled "U.S. Federal Court Awards Damages to Liberia to Address These Crimes." Unfortunately, the past two presidents dragged their feet. So to see concrete progress now, 15 years later, is encouraging. This is good news at a moment when there's not a lot of that to go around. Accountability in Liberia is an issue that has historically had strong bipartisan support. The Biden administration is already deeply engaged, led by Beth Van Shaak, our excellent ambassador for global criminal justice. I was looking forward to receiving recommendations from our witnesses as to how Congress can best support what will surely be a groundbreaking initiative. I have to say, because I just got the testimonies last night, having read them, um, I think some of what the public might hear today, in my opinion, doesn't live up to the advertising. Uh, it seems to be a clearly kind of coordinated smear job, if you will. Uh, Several of the witnesses are going to attack certain human rights defenders and organizations by name, and one will go further and attack the entire human rights movement as well as Ambassador Van Shaak. We will have witnesses that will offer, serious grounded recommendations on the next steps we're supposed to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. But I think it's worth reminding everyone that accountability requires due process, and presenting allegations that are not substantiated in a public forum in which those targeted have no voice, no opportunity to defend themselves, I think is the exact opposite of what human rights is about. And I think those who engage in that kind of practice, I think, undercut our commitment to human rights. So I want to be clear that some of what is going to be said today, I'm going to take issue with, and I regret that. But without objection, I move to submit for the record a forthcoming statement from the State Department's Office of Global Criminal Justice.
That was Congressman James McGovern at the June 13th Congressional Hearing on Liberia War Economic Crimes Court. All right. And Ato Solo Senior, thank you for reminding the brother there to check his gadget, because the system here is loud and clear to the letter. Loud and clear to the letter. Where is this thing I wanted to put up there again? Yeah.
So there is a scene of happening here at the. There is a scene of happening here at the Ramos international airport. The military has been overwhelmed by so there is a scene of happening here at the there is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by
those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said that. You want that change? Waka was not a change. Waka was never a change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they went, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Liberia and lie, say they came for a change. There's never came for a change. Why they changing? To break the laws is why they changing? No. There will be a period that we will check. But again, like I said to all citizens, and that's why you saw today, in the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of a pandemic. Liberia shine among a great nation. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So the disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. You know, it's wrong. Respect the law. And I did not bring 10 new jobs. We met it. The Unity Party left it with us. And we respected it. So what's going on?
What's going on?
That Waka angry because during any time there were 10 new jobs. And he want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why he's saying to us?
Those things are wrong.
Because the tenant job, I didn't do it. I made it there and I respected the laws of the republic. Need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong.
Very wrong.
Everyone said that.
Don't sit there.
Change?
Do something.
Waka was not a change.
It was never the change. Waka was not a change. Those things are wrong.
You take it from Peter to Theo, Paul will take it for you tomorrow,
Mama.
Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, where the rich are poor. Why not pray for long fellow? You can pray for long life. As long as you live, you know, the better we grow. Power, it can make you heavy.
Yasake, where the lady from Atlanta is going to the queue tonight. Welcome to you, Yasa. Ali Bagayogo from the Digging Depot Department. Welcome, young man. Good evening, the wise man. Linda Morris. I missed your call today. I owe you one, okay? Joseph and Eden Walikenda, welcome from Philadelphia. Melvin Iron Aski on the FM dial. Welcome to you, Circleville, New Jersey. Mas SP Pelu. Welcome to you, Mas. From Australia. Vera Marsha. Jawala Plua. Welcome.
People do to you, you have to cry.
Sweet Asawali is not for good alone. Video Johnson. Trevor L. Morris. Welcome. And Henry Doe, Boston, Massachusetts.
Adam is a lesson, yeah. Brother, this I have.
Musu Wabi Kopo, Australia, welcome to you.
Sweet, sweet is our liver.
Napa Goa. Miles SP Pelu, Ali Wear Trouser is scary. From the back, small. Absolutely. Ruth Sayer, welcome. Emmanuel Pro, YMG, my bureau to the hardcore, and my fellow viewers. I'm watching from the George Floyd Memorial Square in Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. This Tuesday, the 16th. Welcome, young man.
Human beings can eat it, or a preacher eat it too.
Ruth Sayer, welcome to you.
Living is sweet, where the rich are poor.
Roland Gabler, welcome. Samuel Jacob, Philadelphia, welcome to you. The federal will grow. As long as it is living, the federal's going to grow. Birds don't pray for long federal. They pray for long life. Stevie and Nella Kia, welcome to you there, Pops and Big Says. From Frederick, Maryland. Welcome. Patrick Kayasie from Indonesia. I was still at this computer. Welcome to you. Also, Claudia Allison. Welcome. That's a good evening to you, Mr. Gilman, and everyone. Absolutely. Team Max Pierre. Welcome. Jim Seri, good to see you here from Broken Park, Minnesota. Sam Rex, it's in my favor for coming on late. I hear you. I hope to hear from you on Wednesday, Thursday. Sam Rex, welcome. Yes, Cherie, welcome to you there. Leonardo Emerson Tucker from Liberia, welcome. Good to see you, man. From LRB, the nation's capital. Hopefully. Ninja Brown. Be thankful, Odyssey, welcome to you. And Stephen Porter, Stephen K. Porter from South Dakota, Two Falls, welcome. Arthur Solo Senior. And Emmanuel Bro, I'll be telling you who the white guy is. That's Congressman James McGovern of the Tom Lantos Human Rights Committee, United States Congress. My lovely daughter, Nina Quia, welcome there. From Fargo, North Dakota. The federal will grow. Oh, but Mamite, my lovely sister, how you doing? Say your hello, my people.
You take it from me today, oh, Bob, take it from you tomorrow.
Just walk the 50 people, and they are freaking out. They even see anything yet. They see nothing yet. CMT.
Looking like a crookino, a way to capsize.
Trevor L. Morris. Yes. Very wrong. You be people. Mama. Ali Bagayogo. I'm all set and rolling in white flag. Jerry Afoye. Welcome. The better way through. Val Basso King. William Sapa Davis. Minnesota. Welcome. Charlene Pratt. Good to see you here always. Jessica M. Bessler. Salute, Mr. Gilman. MJ. Welcome. Patrick Kennedy. Welcome to you. Victor Musulue Townsend, welcome to you there. How you doing? Good to see you here as well. Folks, so welcome to all of you joining us here. Indeed, we have a great show for all of us. This Tuesday night, live and direct from Detroit, Michigan. As always, I'm your host, Papa Jones Dopo still won't be playing in the background. Jones Dopo still won't be playing in the background. Indeed, we got a great show for all of us. I apologize greatly. But Sam Rick said it's in his favor that we came on late. Yeah. A whole lot was going on backstage to bring this show to all of us. And I'm honored and happy that you also waited to be part of the conversation tonight, part of the discussion, and have your say as well. John Wampier, Stockton, California. Welcome to you there. How you doing tonight? Patterson Davis, Darlington, Dolope. Welcome there from Iowa. Darlington, Dolope. Good to see you here. Dwell Waller, Allison Mommy. Welcome there, wherever you're watching from. Vi Bassa King. Thanks to President Weah maintaining my Liberianness. I can now be an American without losing Liberianness. Sleepy Joe. No change. He's not the change. All right, Sam Ricks. No doubt I'll hear from you tomorrow. Kanazile. Sweet, sweet cassava leaf. Not for good alone. He said, sweet cassava leaf is not for good alone. And you can ask Charles Brown. Charles Brown will tell you, him a big can eat it, better go can eat it. All right. Birds don't pray for long feathers. They pray for long life. And Princess Bay Taylor is right here watching from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Welcome to you, the princess. Say hi to my young brother there, Zayu. Anna Taylor, your darling husband, okay? And Claire Richards, I'm watching from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, eating my real dry rice and enjoying the GHT program. Too bad. Thanks for this video. Absolutely. And Louis Wilson says, song with inspirational message. Absolutely. And Mars SP Pelu said, indeed, Old Man Jones Dopo. Yeah. And Helena Brown, welcome there. Says, good evening, Mr. Gilman, and all my beautiful GHT CLN family. Welcome to you there, Miss Brown. Good to hear you here. Ishmael Habib Rahim from Germany. Mr. Gilman, nothing concerns Jato with high price of bleaching cream. Jato will survive. No matter the price of bleaching cream, Jato will survive. Ahaj Bewazi says, we need to go to DC for GMB government, CLN people. Absolutely. We are considering that greatly. We're going to be holding a meeting to that effect. Moses Dennis, welcome there from New Jersey. Eric McGill from Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL. Welcome to you, my brother. Good to see you always. Yeah. Patterson Davis said, Sleepy Joe is not the change, but the pain. He's the pain. Charles Brown, great platform. Thank you. Nad Yoma Billy. Hi, Mr. Gilmer. Hi to you there. And Miss Lawrence, Rachelle Lawrence, welcome. Good to see you. As always, Super G-Man, soon watching from the Ivory Coast. Welcome. Good to see you. Super G-Man. Welcome. Good to see you, my man. Okay? Yeah. And Colonel Zulu said, Mr. Gamer, you are looking great on flat screen to TV. Thank you for watching on the flat screen. Yeah, for those of you that do that, thank you for welcoming us into your home, because you get a lot of folks to watch with you and then share the information. And that's awesome. Tonight broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. All right, and we're talking about Esther Gay of Grand Rapids, Michigan, Josephus Mane, Henry Yaka Dennis, Lawrence Swige, Tokpa Queen, Mary Ann Hill, Samuel Brown, Betty Sigba, and Alfred Zim. And for all of you celebrating, we say congratulations to you. And this broadcast is dedicated to you, okay? Yeah. So, Grace Bunny Jugba, where you been? I see you on here for a long time, my darling sister. How are you? Your husband, my friend and brother, Art, was on the phone here the other night. He made a great contribution as well. Good to see you. She said, hi, hello, Mr. Gilmer, and I will see you and the family. Welcome there, Miss Jugba. Good to see you always, okay? And Joseph Richards, welcome, brother, man. How you doing? Yeah. So, we got a great show for all of us here. But first, stories we are following for us here. You saw a video of AFL soldiers yeah, Miles SP Pelu asking about a young man that used to call from Ghana, used to be on the show with us on that when we were using the Zoom link, and he used to come on. Yes, we have not heard from him for quite a while. I think I have his telephone number. I will try to reach out to him, Miles. Thank you for reminding us here. It said, Mr. Gamer, where is the young man who used to call from Ghana? It has been a while. I've stopped hearing from him on the show for some time now. Absolutely. Yeah. And Eric D. Queer, watching from Minnesota. Mr. Digging Deeper, how you doing, sir? I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we are very pleased to be here with all of you tonight. Let me say something to all of us here. Following the show last night, the Monday night edition, followed by the subsequent publication this morning. That story we published this morning, in the Yellow Machine saga, GHT unveils the long-time friend with vested interest in Liberia's development as the late McDonald Wento. We got a barrage of calls from Europe, from Dubai, from the motherland, Liberia. And all of these calls were centered around one, our dedication to information dissemination and being fair, honest with our stories, our information, and being authoritative about that. There was one caller among the 5 or 6 we got that said, Mr. Gilman, I have been following your podcast since 2018, and you have not changed. Your information have not changed. Your dedication, your commitment, nothing have changed about you. People come say things to you You take it in strides, you warn them, you let it slide. But you have not wavered, you have not changed. I'm honored that you can take my call. And this was his first time calling. He said, every time I try to call you, I said, I wonder he would take my call. So I said, but I just took your call. He said, yes. Sometimes you don't know. People feel that it's difficult to get to some of you. He said, I had your number since 2018, but I decided to call this morning. It was early this morning when he called, as I was about to walk out the door to go to work. Okay? So, there are people that follow this podcast, this network, that are silently in their corners. They don't come out to say anything to show themselves. Or, no, they don't. But they follow, they learn, they appreciate, and they are the ones that are pushing us, encouraging us by their prayers, by everything necessary. So we'd like to say thank you to you all. Yeah. On this platform, we insist we will be honest, we will be civil, and we'll do the right thing by our people, by our followers, especially when it comes to the Concerned Liberian Network. We cannot have a concern, a commonality of purpose, or oneness of purpose, and then we renege on that purpose. That is, we give up or we lie to you and become such dishonest people. No, we can't. So we will hold on to those values that have brought us together and have maintained us thus far. All right? This platform is here to stay. We will speak truth to power regardless who the person is. We will. We'll stay that way. All right? We are doing it for country, for people. Yeah. Stories we've brought you. No soup boys, mother pan butter. I owe you one, okay? I understand the code. They hire Mr. Gilmore code. I understand it. I owe you one. I will correct that mistake, okay? Yeah. No soup boy, mother pan butter. Joseph Eddie Lama. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Miles SP Pelu says we dig and go very deep and get what we want. Yeah, absolutely. It is not the question we ask or the answer we get from you, but how we frame the next question to get the desired answer. We will not force you to say, oh, my man, that's not how you're supposed to say, or my girl, that's not how you're supposed to say. But we'll ask the next question that will bring the next answer. We'll ask the other question and we'll begin to connect the dots, and bam, there you go. We got what we want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So our consistency on the issues here is what matters the most. All right. We saw the return of President Weah to Liberia last weekend, and the government decided to unleash the military on the peaceful citizens. Yes, the government of Joseph Boakai decided to send in the military on peaceful citizens to prevent the rousing, warm, hot welcome rendered the president or the former president, George Weah. Okay? something that is detestable. Yes. Why put the citizens' peace, security at risk with the military? Why? Who sent the army to sabotage the arrival of President Weah? Kwame, Asibu, Michael, welcome. Yeah. Okay. Who sent the army? The chief of staff is today stating that the AFL going to the RIA was not authorized. So who did that? Watch this video and see what was done or would have happened. Her Silesians, her Liberians, not being peaceful, not healing to the message, the peaceful messages of President Weah. Okay? When people armed to their teeth will try to burst into a crowd of Liberians, armless civilians, people, and try to stop them. Okay? Hindering their freedom, their free passage, their freedom of association, freedom of movement, all in the name of not wanting them to show respect, to welcome their leader. Okay? When I saw this video, I was like, are you kidding me? Huh? Are you kidding me? Yeah. When I saw this video, let me welcome to the global stage Ms. Dopo, Sarah Dopo. Good evening. How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Gilman?
I'm great. I'm great.
Thank you so much for the show, and thanks to our viewers for listening.
Absolutely, no doubt. And again, congratulations to your sister,
Yeah,
Ms. Dopo, on her wedding.
yep.
Yeah. On that day, we dedicated the broadcast to her. You know, did you listen to it? You were busy.
I was too busy. I the mother the
The mother of the bride. Yeah. Yeah.
but thank you so much, Mr. Gilman. Thank you.
Yeah. Extend our greetings and congratulations to her.
No problem. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Okay. So folks, Ansu D. Sando, welcome to you. Cecil Colley and Telvin Thompson, welcome as well. Okay. Ms. Dopo, you got free mic, open mic anytime you want to come in.
Sure.
Yeah. So when I watched this video, I felt like 10 elephants sat on my stomach. Yeah. That armed personnel of the armed forces of Liberia, the army,
Wow.
will be brought in, deployed, alongside heavily armed police officers, riot squad, led by the Inspector General, Gregory Coleman, to the Roberts International Airport, all in the name of sabotaging the peaceful assembly of Liberians, seditious, to welcome back home their leader, George Weah. I felt sick in my stomach. Yeah, that the democracy, the hard fought for democracy that we enjoy today, the peace we enjoy today, is being sabotaged, threatened. by the Liberian government led by Joseph Boakai. Okay? How can a government go against her own citizens? Eh?
Wow.
Ambassador Osana Wako Williams, welcome there. I've been away for some time. Absolutely. Good to see you. All right. Thanks for tuning in tonight. How can a government go against her own people? Why deploy the military on a civilian a peaceful civilian population? Take a look, take a listen to this video.
So there is a scene of happening here at the. There is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by. So there is a scene of happening here at the. There is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by.
Okay, look at the video here, and just look at how this gentleman
I'm telling
is being
you.
stopped. Look at how he's being stopped. This AFL soldier just jumped out of the pickup truck or whatever they were in and rushed to this guy in the blue and tried to prevent his movement. And many others. The everybody that was walking to go at the airport or on the airport, look at the video. We're being stopped. Okay, people are being stopped.
Pushing the man.
Yeah, imagine
Oh my God.
if any of these civilians, these Liberians, have put up any resistance to even say or pull the AFL soldier uniform or raise their hand, imagine what would have happened. Imagine what would have happened if there were any altercation emanating from these peaceful seditions.
Oh my God.
Eh? Look at how they pulled up in front of the people and began to stop their movements.
What are you pushing that man?
Yeah. Okay. Imagine had there been any altercation. What would have happened? Gunfire at peaceful civilians? That what would have heard? That what would have seen? Yeah. And the chief of staff would say that their deployment was not authorized. So they just woke up and went there.
So send them there.
Who sent them there? If they were not authorized, who sent them there? How did they get there? The army do not move on their own. They follow orders.
People will bring trouble in their country.
Okay? They follow orders. And this is why we are calling on our lawmakers to pass a bill and make Bouaka to sign it into law, to pass a bill that will prevent the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia coming from the same county as the president of Liberia. We need such bills that clearly demarcates, relationship in our governing of the security apparatus or apparatuses.
The military is supposed to be apolitical.
The military honor the first UP government when they disarm, or let's say disbar, scatter the AFL and regroup brand new army. It said was a force for good. But is this any good? Wow. Veteran Adi, welcome. How you doing? A.B. Kobwe, welcome. And A.B. Kobwe says, they are partisan AFL. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Benzema Benedict, the leadership is weak. Too many crooks are in Bouaka's kitchen.
I can only imagine what these people will do 2029. I'm telling you. From what I see here,
they are setting the stage for 2029. I
can only imagine. I pray that I don't know. I really pray for our country.
They are setting the stage for 2029. Okay? And if nothing is done, this is what's going to happen. They probably will not even allow some people to vote 2029.
They were intimidating people
in communities that are densely populated with seditions.
This is sad. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So again, we'd like to, re-emphasize way, call on our lawmakers to pass a bill that will be signed into law that bars the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia from coming from the same county of the president. The army is a force for good. It's apolitical. Should be.
Yep.
Same with the police, with our security apparatus, networks. Okay? They should not be brought into the politics of the day, the body politics, the daily body politics.
What is this?
This is disgusting. This is embarrassing. This is a threat to our democracy, to our freedoms. That's what this video tells us. And it should be condemned by everybody. Okay? It should be condemned by everybody. This is not called for. Nowhere in our democracy should we witness such a thing, because people are gathering freely. It's not a protest to Joseph Bouaka. It's only a sign that we are still around. Okay, and the other, I know, disinformation minister, Journalistic Pia, will come out and say that the police, the army went there because seditions threatened to burn down the terminal.
What?
Yeah,
Where is the threat? What are they?
that's why I call him the disinformation minister.
No.
Okay,
That's more dictatorship.
why will you brand people like that? Where is the evidence
Thank you.
that people threatened to burn down the Roberts International Airport because George Weah did not use the VIP lounge or the presidential lounge? Gregory Kuma said, I came here purposely so that we can ensure the security of the president or the former president and allow him access to the VIP lounge. The president enter through the ordinary place where we all can go. And he didn't feel hurt about that. You can allow Michael Blackson, the Liberian Ghanaian comedian, you allow him access to the VIP lounge. Okay? You allow Michael Blackson's access to the VIP lounge. But you can't do that for the former president.
They're just trying to intimidate these people. That all they do, or fear in them. This is wrong. This is wrong. Very wrong.
Okay, so we don't need all of this in our democracy, in our body politics.
No, we don't.
This bring about, and these AFL soldiers are themselves Liberians. They are brothers and sisters and uncles and nephews of these very people that you are prohibiting. Okay? The same people.
Wow. What is this, my people?
Let me read this comment from this guy, Sonny Yonder Do. I'm so surprised for you guys to be in America and providing false information and causing problems for Liberia and Liberians. Don't you see how those guys try to force their way into the terminal? Wow. Sonny, Yonder Do. Let's go to the video from the beginning. Okay? Let's go to the video from the beginning. This is the beginning of the video. Okay? You will see, or you're looking at the armored vehicle rushed in front of the people. Watch the video. You see other people walking peacefully? Who's touching who? Who's pushing who?
I know, as if he doesn't have eyes to see.
If you can't hear, you can't see.
He got eyes, he can see, but he doesn't have the truth in him. He doesn't know how.
No. Can't you see this?
Peaceful people walking.
Peaceful people.
Welcome the president. They say they're trying to rush into a terminal. What a terminal that they're trying to rush?
What a terminal?
People need to learn to
Did you see people enter the terminal or they waited for George Weah at the arrival outside the terminal?
Say the truth, my brother. It will not hurt you. Say the truth.
Say the truth, and the truth will set you free. Yeah.
We are all Liberians here. Nobody wants evil for our country.
Nobody wants that.
And we'll say it.
A.B. Cobway, Mr. Gibbon, I listened to Musa Hassan Belete today calling on the resignation of the chief of staff of the AFL. Musa said there will be no recast budget hearing until he resigns. Awesome.
War into our country, you sitting down there backing that kind of thing. People want to bring war into our country.
When you're hearing the video noise, I can unmute the video, young man. Ain't mean nothing to me. We are here to disseminate the rightful information. Let me unmute the video for you. I will unmute the video, go back to play from the beginning, and you tell me where you heard. Okay? Tell everybody where you heard. I will unmute the video and play it for you. You tell us where you heard.
I don't know what.
Scene of happening here at the There is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by
the people.
So there is a scene of happening here at the There is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by
Okay, Sonny, you know what I saw?
You can see.
Yeah. You say the military was overpowered by supporters of the CDC. Now, what you heard?
Overpower. The people got gone. Whoever the overpower there.
Whoever overpowered there.
Somebody what get gone.
The people resisted the stoppage of their free movement. Okay? But what was your first statement? That don't you see how the guys try to force their way into the terminal? Was that the terminal?
He's trying to brainwash himself. He can brainwash here. We are all intellectuals there. We can see.
We can see. Mas SP Pelu.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm just pissed off with that Sonny guy. Why are you wasting your time on him?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a distraction.
Yeah, it's like they're missing the thing clear. The video is clear. They're pushing this guy. The first person that they thought, he even confused, asking them, what have I done? You can see him opening his arm, asking, what have I done?
Yeah.
And this idiot of a person, this Salaman Swan. Sorry, I will say this. I'm just angry. Sitting there talking about the sedition overpower who?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to
say they overpower this guy with guns.
They lied.
What you was on him? This guy got guns. The people come. You can see them passing singing.
They're singing.
Finding way to pass through to get out.
Yeah, they're singing.
If you watch the video, you can see the people finding way to get out to pass through. They don't even want to stop there. Then the idiot that have no brain, no hair on his shoulder. The brain has been cooked with plantain oil. Come and sit down and say what? Why are you wasting your time on him?
I know. Let's move on. Thank you.
The person killed us in Liberia.
Action. That all he came here for. A time will come
So
one.
the person killed us, let the man leave. Yeah, he doesn't need to be here because he doesn't have sense.
You think somebody else
Are we talking about party here? We're talking about people's lives at risk. Putting people's lives at risk. And he's saying I'm talking about party. Now party will come and talk about here.
Right.
And they're going to open on that airport that day. You think Liberia going to be stable at this time we're speaking?
Yeah, I know.
Then now having bloodshed in that country, that whole country is upside down. They're talking about you and whatsoever going back to that country. Then the idiots can sit there and talk about the sedition over power. Why can't some of us say the truth when we see what's going on in our country?
They're not
we fight for peace. The idiot of the president, he's not doing nothing. He's saying that they're putting here together, divide the country.
Divide the country. Oh, man, for the 2 years.
We've seen it. When you go for your political leader, this person, we are the first one to go to that airport, Mr. Gamer.
Vindictive.
When the day we were born, when political leaders come to that airport, we always see supporters go and support them. Supporters go for them. Why would Mr. Ben, why would President Weah won't be a problem today?
Yeah.
And then I can say now I can talk about the people overpower, situation overpower who. Forget him, man. Let him go, please, Mr. Gamer. I'm pissed up. I don't want to go far. I'll stop here. I'll call back later in the show when the show go far.
Okay, thank you very much.
You don't get at me.
Let me take one more caller quick. Rebecca, see you. Welcome.
Mr. Goodman, thank you
we
so
open
much.
The phone lines yet, but
I know it's now open here. Yeah. The reason why I just called in quick. The reason why Mr. Goodman is answering this Sonny guy on the line because that the lies they carry around, and today the President Weah said, you know what? You take the country with all the lies and killing people.
Yeah.
So saying he here, we need to beat Mr. Goodman try to beat some senses in his head. And my sisters are on the line.
Right.
Yeah. So if you say that the sedition, what it means, overpower the AFL, is that why carry them on the airport?
Right.
Mr. Goodman, they don't patrol, they on a highway.
But in the first place, even though we know the chief of staff told lies that the AFL was not ordered to go there, he should have gotten his cue from there.
Thank you.
You know, he should have gotten Sonny. You should have gotten your cue from the chief of staff who said the AFL was not ordered to go there.
They were not ordered to go there.
So who sent them?
Who sent them?
Okay. That's the first thing you should have gotten to understand.
Let me give me that the thing that we're talking on Freedom FM before I can leave, so you can continue with the show, Mr. Gilman. The thing that we're talking, Gregory. We see he want to compare with he actually that he will act the genetic. You're actually the genetic. Where part of the world you will see people going to the airport and the question here is where part of the world the police can patrol. See the highway, Mr. Gilman. When you see every man on a highway, they either go drink power or they're not drinking you. They got everything yanking on and they're trekking on a highway. Right. They sit with the police. They don't patrol on a highway and the airport to see what's going on there. You understand? People having accidents, people fighting, people doing all kinds of things. They don't go there to arrest, but they went over there to go. They respect themselves. Because that they said they want to respect themselves, Mr. Gilman.
Right.
And they know that the sedition or the Liberians, they like the buckle ball and ants. When they come in or they come up with force.
Thank you,
Mr. Gilman. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continue the show. Yeah, thank you. And Jessica Amb Beth, that guy would never agree with you, Mr. Gilman. She's watching on the YouTube channel. Absolutely, I can understand that. And Linda Morris, Mr. Gilman, please plug this Sonny boy. No, we'll keep it on. He will get educated, little by little. Hopefully he comes back or he will go back and watch this. He will gain something from it. Bewazi, let's hear you quickly. Bewazi. Oh, that line is connecting on the WhatsApp. Yeah, Bewazi. Hello?
Come on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, welcome. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much for the show. And let me say thanks to the people here on the show. You know, if the people not here, it doesn't mean that we're not here. We stay here. We're in the back.
Absolutely.
And always follow and share the show. We've been here for more than the time we're supposed to be here, and we'll still be here. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere, no.
And this
Okay.
thing, Mr. Gilman, this is not the first time President Weah have been gone for at the airport.
No.
Even the time he was playing football, we went for him at the
People used to
airport.
go for him, yeah.
Even during the
People
war, when
always
Liberia
went
was
for
fighting
him.
war,
People always went for
we
him.
go for Georgia.
Yeah.
We go for Georgia to the airport. I have pictures of President Weah, contestant Weah then, back in 2006. They are on Facebook. Back in 2011,
Yeah.
2013. I mean, where myself I participated in going for him. You understand?
Mhm.
I have pictures of him on Facebook that went for President Weah. This is not the first time. We're talking about during Ellen era. We're doing Ellen era.
Right.
You know? And let me just remind our brothers and sisters who are being used and misused as police officers and army personnel in Liberia, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, your faces are on camera. We are seeing your faces. Where Liberia men say. Don't forget, 6 years is not forever and ever, man.
Yeah, man.
6 years is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It finished.
It finished.
So
George Weah was there for 6 years. And some people
and
thought it was not going to finish.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And you people faces are on camera, on video,
Yeah.
on every platform in the world right now. Anything, the thing you're doing, you think people are not looking at you. People are looking at you.
People
We're looking at you. We know you.
Right.
We know your house. We know your family members. We know your children in schools. Don't think we can go after you. We can, but we will not do that.
No.
Okay? We will not go that route. But don't be used by those people. When you go on such operation, just be there, be calm. Don't overuse yourself as a security personnel and do harm to your brothers and sisters.
Right.
Don't forget, those people are your brothers and sisters. They are Liberians. And one thing I always notice, Mr. Gilman, in Liberia, once they come to CDC or sedition, I think the United Party think they are the only Liberians. Sedition are not Liberian.
Right.
That is what I think. That is why I believe now that they think they are the only Liberian people. They are the only people who love Liberia.
That's true.
Sedition don't love Liberia. Sedition have. I don't know how they came us to be. You know, it's sad.
It is
Mr.
sad.
Gilman. It's very, very sad. But let us watch and see the process. If it continue like this, and I didn't end on this note, Mr. Gilman. I can remember in 2007, a police personnel were burned to artists on the bypass. I don't think maybe you remember that. No. I remember that because I was right around that same bypass. Me, Kalasco, and how they call it, Musa Kone, around here, the car selling area, they're right on the bypass.
Yeah.
That guy was burned to ashes. Why? Because he allowed criminals to run away. And they pour fire on him, they burn him. They didn't burn him because of that criminal, Mr. Gilman. Do you know what they burn him for?
No.
For beating poor market women down waterside. They turn Ellen break all the tables down waterside. That is why they burn him for. Wow. And I'm not calling on my brothers and sisters in Liberia to do such, Mr. Gilman.
No.
They should not burn anybody. They should not kill anybody. But let them be mindful. Thank you very much for having me, Mr. Gilman.
Thank you very much. Amb Beth Van Shaak, all the way there from Seoul, South Korea. We'll take our last caller on this one, and then we'll move on to something else. Wilton Ketter.
Yeah, brother Gilman. How you guys doing?
Great. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Gilman, you know, the memory of our people is short. And our President Weah said, she's a boy I cannot remember. Just yesterday, yesterday, doing President Weah turning, we have burn down the airport. The supporters, Unity Party supporters, threatening to burn down the airport if Henry Costa were going to be arrested. If they didn't see Henry Costa, they were going to burn the airport down.
Who was Henry Costa?
Yes, and
just a talk show host like myself.
Thank you. Even
but this is a former president.
So-called Uncle Pete on his platform said they will burn the airport down if Henry Costa does not show up and when he arrived in
But Henry Costa himself made a live video. I think I got that video somewhere.
Yes.
That if I'm going to Accra and I will fly from Accra to Liberia. And if I arrive in Liberia 10-15 minutes and I am not allowed outside, my people will be there and they will know what will happen to that airport. Just try it. That small airport, you will not have no more of it.
Yes.
Those were his words.
Yes.
Yeah.
And President Weah did not deploy AFL.
No, he did not.
They had a regular security people there just to keep the peace. Nobody was brutalized. They chanted. They moved around the airport. They were in front of the airport celebrating the hero, hero, hero. They gave a beautiful welcome.
Yeah.
From the airport.
They paraded him on through the streets of Monrovia. The crowd.
Monrovia. Nobody bothered him.
Yeah.
He was talking about a former president former immediate president, the most popular person in our country, the most loved person in our country.
Yeah.
His partisan go receive him. They didn't say to go and Brent Airport. They said, we're going to receive our leader.
Yeah.
And then you deploy AFL.
Can you imagine that?
When Joseph Boakai said, if the election that we just heard, if the election was not going to go their way, there will be no Liberia. AFL were asked to come and be deployed so they can keep the peace. And they said no. For our own protection, they said no. It was a democratic process. It is a neutral body. Why AFL now coming to protect whatever they say they come to protect? Let me tell you something, Mr. Gilman. We have to be very strong in our messaging. The reason why United Party Day is in power is because of the many lies and propaganda successfully able to preach.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe today, United Party never won an election free and fair.
No, they did not.
But because of the propaganda, the way they push the narrative, all the mango in our process. That one got to your book. I said, in the office today.
I can see
division is not must be violent. But the messaging, the information should come every day, firing, for us to put these people to where they're supposed to be, or else we're gonna be history.
Right.
I'm serious. They're gonna be history because these people are determined to crush President Weah down, and no President Weah is a threat.
Serious
There's
one.
no other opposition they talk about. Listen to even the name they call Fatiga.
Fatiga, yeah.
Look out, listen to Fatiga. They should investigate, and there can only be one president at a time. Are you kidding me?
To use the VIP lounge, one president at a time.
At a time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You will bring other foreigners through the VIP lounge. You say when they come into the country, but a president, former president, man who even built a place for you to even look at and say it's decent.
Yeah.
You deny him from going there. I mean, we gotta speak up, because this day has the potential. Because when it continues, I keep telling people, Unity Party team, they're reckless and they're rude and they are bad people.
Right.
It's because President Weah nature, and he has indoctrinated into the seditions and people that care about him.
The peace nature, yeah.
He preached peace,
he preaches
and people
peace.
try to navigate and gravitate towards that.
Absolutely.
But the people say, "Man, because my child's sick, I'm gonna kiss the doctor other part." You know that one.
Yeah.
They gotta stop what they're doing. If they don't stop, I'm lying to you,
become a
brother.
man say I'm on sub bamboo tete.
I know, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
No doubt. Wampier, John Wampier, Stockton, California.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Gilman?
I'm good. Long time we hear you on the radio. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm always good, and I'll always be good. Let me tell you something. Who is Father Guy, by the way? While George was doing in America, he can become deputy director for
DEA. Yeah.
He's supposed to know. He's supposed. Let me tell you something. The sentencing of the Republic of Liberia is supposed to disarm the armed forces of Liberia because they had no right to go to the airport. You should know the airport security duty while it said who's supposed to be to the airport when people are coming in or diplomats are coming in or VIP are coming in, who's supposed to be to the airport. Whether that AFL, whether the airport security, whether I call it you call this immigration because I can't call them immigration because they are not doing that work.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I can't call them immigration because they are not doing that work. But immigration in America, no, they are the ones that doing the work and making money. But immigration is extracting money from people who they know in Liberia. But let me tell you something. If I was the sedition, I'm a sedition. If I were in Liberia, I'm going to command people to disarm the national, the AFL. The people that get in for the people that disarm them. Disarm them because I know that when the president came, the EPS, people who they drop.
Right.
Because they were already ready. The people were already ready. They knew what the people were on. So the former EPS people, they were in their military form. They went to the former Mr. Gilman.
Right.
I went in the whole team. The people were in a military form. If you play form, you are going to disarm everybody, and you know that Joe Barker will know whether that dress is for him or for the other people.
Right. Thank you very much.
Know?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. That dress will be good. And
absolutely.
I know that will be good.
Liberia will be good. Thank you very much, folks. When we come back, we'll take the next batch of callers after this other conversation. Okay. Thank you very much to all of you that called in and share your thoughts and analysis on this threat of our democracy and freedoms. The Boakai threat to Liberia's democracy and freedom. Okay. Another story we are following here tonight is Arlen White condemned. USA Ambassador Beth Van Shaak has condemned Dr. Arlen White, who alleged during the June 13th congressional hearing of, quote, witness tampering and coaching by Liberia's activists and NGOs, and of quote, met sharp criticism from Ambassador Beth Van Shaak as unsubstantiated and disappointing, end of quote. Meanwhile, the movement stand have backtracked on her sweeping endorsement of appointments in the War Economic Crime Code Office Creation and is now calling for all rights advocates, former TRC commissioners, and NGOs to a stakeholders dialogue to restructure the Office of the War Economic Crime Code. Okay, you will recall here on this very platform, when Joseph Boakai appointed Masekwai and others, you heard our position, our stand against that appointment, that Masekwai was not the right person. You heard from other commissioners, former commissioners of the TRC, expressing their displeasure and rejection on the appointment of Masekwai. Okay. To the extent we try to draw the correlation of Masekwai to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, my friend and brother Funati Kofa, Okay? Some people didn't like it, but that's what happened. The master choir came from the office or law firm of Funati Kofa. And what was in it? We also draw correlation between Arlen White, Funati Kofa, Grigsby, and what have you. Stand, the movement Stand, led by Moba Molu, will give a sweeping endorsement about those appointed to lead the office for the establishment of war crime court in Liberia. Today, the movement Stand is backtracking and calling for, among other things, restructuring of the, yes, calling for restructuring of that office.
They still condemn the act of the military today?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
We also reported to you since June 13, when the Congressional Subcommittee on Human Rights, the Tom Lento Human Rights Committee, held her hearing on Liberia on the establishment of War Economic Crime Court, when, among other things, only people and you're going to see it in this video, only people brought in by Arlen White and Jerome Verdier were always allowed to go and testify, as if to say it's only Yasini Martin Kwehe that suffered during the war.
Right.
There are hundreds and thousands of Liberians, millions of Liberians that suffered during the war, that want to tell their stories to Congress. I'm such person, one of such persons.
Yep.
I wrote this Tom Lento's Human Rights Committee. I forwarded them my video from May 18, 1996, when I was interviewed by CNN, Matthew Chance. Okay? I didn't get a response. But you will hear Congressman James McGovern, a Democrat from Massachusetts, co-chair on the committee, will talk about what they were going to hear. They attack the accusations and counter-accusations from witnesses that were called in to testify this time around. And Arlen White will go on to say that a lady who was appointed working for the government of the United States of America, Ambassador Van Shaak, that she's double standard, she's dealing, she's compromised, and what have you.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Okay. So we've always held our position on the establishment of the War Economic Crime Court, that it has to be fair, honest, and balanced.
Exactly.
It should not be about somebody seeking an ulterior motive.
Right.
Either to get rich, to get money from somebody, or to punish innocent people. Something that we're saying happened with Arlen White, Grigsby, Jerome Verdier, and others that witch hunted Liberians, officials of the CDC government, that caused some of them to be under sanctions today. And this is why we will go against anybody who, when we have the evidence that you are in bed with the likes of Arlen White, Grigsby, we'll go after you. We'll expose you. Okay? This is our position. This is our stand. We will not compromise our principles, our values, on being honest. Okay? We will not compromise on that.
Nope.
That is not what we were trained to do as community organizers. And let me hasten to say, I am not a journalist. I've said it countless amount of times. I am not a journalist. I hold an accounting degree. I hold a degree in business administration and one in community development with emphasis in public administration. During that time, I had two courses in two journalism courses. Introduction to journalism and public relations. That does not make me a journalist. It just broadened my horizons on on journalism. Okay. Okay. So, for those of you who think that I am a journalist, I'm telling you again, in my 1 millionth time, I'm not a journalist. Yeah, that's what makes me different.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not a journalist. You can better suit me or put me to community organizer or a public administrator. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So let's play you this excerpt from this video and listen to Congressman McGovern when he spoke about people attacking people, witnesses, counter accusations, and what have you. And towards the end of the hearing, or the hearing was still in progress, and then he also questioned those witnesses, their organizations or registration, and 501c3 statuses. Okay, that's how bad this hearing was. June 13 hearing. Take a look and take a listen.
No voice, no opportunity to defend themselves, I think is the exact opposite of what human rights is about. And I think those who engage in that kind of practice, I think, undercut our commitment to human rights. So I want to be clear that some of what is going to be said today, I'm going to take issue with, and I regret that. But without objection, I move to submit for the record a forthcoming state establishment of a special war crimes court, as well as a national anti-corruption court. A war crimes court has been a long-standing demand of the victims and survivors of Liberia's two civil wars. Between 1989 and 2003, as many as 250,000 Liberians are believed to have been killed and 1 million displaced. Horrific atrocities were committed by all sides, including extrajudicial executions, torture, rape, forced labor, and extortion. The 2009 final report of Liberia's Truth and Reconciliation Commission called for the creation of an extraordinary criminal tribunal to address these crimes. Unfortunately, the past two presidents dragged their feet. So to see concrete progress now, 15 years later, is encouraging. This is good news at a moment when there's not a lot of that to go around. Accountability in Liberia is an issue that has historically had strong bipartisan support. The Biden administration is already deeply engaged, led by Beth Van Shaak, our excellent ambassador for global criminal justice. I was looking forward to receiving recommendations from our witnesses as to how Congress can best support what will surely be a groundbreaking initiative. I have to say, I just got the testimonies last night, having read them. I think some of what the public might hear today, in my opinion, doesn't live up to the advertising. It seems to be a clearly kind of coordinated smear job, if you will. Several of the witnesses are going to attack certain human rights defenders and organizations by name. And one will go further and attack the entire human rights movement, as well as Ambassador Van Shaak. We will have witnesses that will offer, serious grounded recommendations on the next steps we're supposed to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. But I think it's worth reminding everyone that accountability requires due process, and presenting allegations that are not substantiated in a public forum in which those targeted have no voice, no opportunity to defend themselves, I think is the exact opposite of what human rights is about. And I think those who engage in that kind of practice, I think, undercut our commitment to human rights. So I want to be clear that some of what is going to be said today, I'm going to take issue with, and I regret that. But without objection, I move to submit for the record to address these crimes. Unfortunately, the past two presidents dragged their feet. So to see concrete progress now, 15 years later, is encouraging. This is good news at a moment when there's not a lot of that to go around. Accountability in Liberia is an issue that has historically had strong bipartisan support. The Biden administration is already deeply engaged, led by Beth Van Shaak, our excellent ambassador for global criminal justice. I was looking forward to receiving recommendations from our witnesses as to how Congress can best support what will surely be a groundbreaking initiative. I have to say, because I just got the testimonies last night, having read them, I think some of what the public might hear today, in my opinion, doesn't live up to the advertising. It seems to be a clearly kind of coordinated smear job, if you will. Several of the witnesses are going to attack certain human rights defenders and organizations by name. And one will go further and attack the entire human rights movement, as well as Ambassador Van Shaak.
Okay, you heard the Congressman James P. McGovern. Some of the testimonies you will hear today does not live up to the advertising.
Wow.
You will hear some of the witnesses attacking one another and even attacking the ambassador, Van Shaak. And that's what happened at that hearing. That's what happened at that hearing. People attacking one another, attacking the ambassador that works for the United States government. And Hollywood does not work for the United States government. No, he does not. Okay, but he put people together to go after activists, to go after Van Shaak, the ambassador, to go after people.
Wow.
In fact, he would tell this committee that he was appointed by Joseph Boakai. He would take another activist from Liberia, Dempster, who was on set that afternoon or that morning, to denounce that, to say that's news for me. When did Allen White get appointed by Joseph Boakai? We never heard of it in our community here. Okay? That would cause James P. McGovern to tell Allen White and others that we want to get your registration and your 501c3 statuses. Okay? So, Van Shaak will come out categorically and condemn Allen White in a very damaging way. This is the ambassador, Van Shaak, in her rebuttal statement about Allen White. This just came out today, June 16, 2024. U.S. War Crimes Ambassador warns unsubstantiated allegations put civil society actors at risk. Okay? To just go and lie on people. The U.S. Ambassador at Large for Global Criminal Justice has condemned Mr. Allen White, an American former investigator for the Sierra Leone Special Court, and a group of activists for making unsubstantiated allegations against leading human rights activist in a congressional committee hearing in Washington, D.C. last month. Mr. White had alleged to U.S. members of Congress that the human rights advocates have bribed witnesses who appeared in war crimes trials in Europe and the U.S. in recent years. In a statement to be included in the record of the Congressional Committee, Ambassador Beth Van Shaak said the allegations were unsubstantiated and put civil society actors at risk. It is disappointing that this hearing, quote, it is disappointing that this hearing devoted to the long-awaited establishment of a war crimes court devolved into an attack on Liberian activists and NGOs that have worked for years to get to this point. End of quote. Ambassador Van Shaak said, quote, Liberian civil society actors and victims should be commended for driving the push for accountability in Liberia and never giving up hope. End of quote. The ambassador said, Ms. Dopo, you there? Sarah? Computer froze. Well, folks, we apologize for that break in the broadcast there. Ms. Dopo, you couldn't hear me?
I wasn't hearing you, Mr. Gamer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a break.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as I was saying, Van Shaak, I was reading Van Shaak statement to all of us here. Yeah. Let me see if I can get it back up. Yeah. Yeah, Favor Morris. Rebecca Vanny, how are you? So Beth Van Shaak, let me bring the picture back for you, just in case if you didn't see it. This is the ambassador, United States ambassador for war crimes. All right. She works for the federal government of the United States. Alan White, since retired more than 25 years, he does not work for the government. He's around, especially with Chris Smith.
He on also
Also with Chris Smith. Okay. Yeah. And he would go, the woman who is being paid taxpayer dollars, he will get people to castigate her and say that she's compromised. Yeah, that word was used during that hearing. As time goes on, we'll play you those excerpts from that video we played to you earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
So, quote, it is disappointing that this hearing devolved to the long-awaited establishment of a war crimes court, devolved into an attack on Liberian activists and NGOs that have worked for years to get to this point. End of quote. Ambassador Van Shaak said, quote, Liberian civil society actors and victims should be commended for driving the push for accountability in Liberia and never giving up. Okay? Mr. White's accusations made at the June 13 hearing of the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission of the U.S. House of Representatives targeted leaders of the Liberian-based Global Justice and Research Project, Swiss-based Civitas Maxima, and U.S.-based Center for Justice and Accountability, the CJA. Quote, we are all aware of several NGOs who are trying to be involved in the establishment of the court, whose affiliation will be detrimental in doing so for purely personal financial gains. End of quote, Mr. White said during the hearing, where he made a series of allegations of witnesses, coaching, and bribery that have been dismissed in every jurisdiction that has tried perpetrators accused of human rights violations in Liberia's civil wars. White was joined by other panelists who disparaged and accused Hassan Bility, Director of Global Justice, Arlene Wenner of Civitas Maxima, and Ambassador Van Shaak herself of ethical missteps.
Wow.
Yeah. The panel of critics included Yasini Martin Kwehe, Executive Director of the Movement for Justice for Liberia, Alvin Smith, Chief Investigator for U.S. Liberian Organization, International Justice Group, and Michael Rubin, a Senior Fellow of the American Enterprise Institute. You will recall we phone banked Michael Rubin offices for 2 weeks straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They alleged Mr. Bility, Mr. Wento, and leaders of CJA lied to American and European authorities about the charges against individuals they had accused of grave human rights violations during Liberia's civil wars.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. White and other panelists said Ambassador Van Shaak was conflicted by failing to break ties with the Center for Justice and Accountability, on whose board she previously served, and urged the U.S. and other partners not to do business with her. This is the photo of Arlene White. Yeah, that's Arlene White right there for you. Okay, Mr. White did not respond to numerous requests for comment. His office phone replied with a shock emoji to a WhatsApp message seeking an interview. Ms. Martin Kwehe and Mr. Rubin have not also immediately responded to requests for comment on Ambassador Van Shaak's statement. In response to a request for comment, Councillor Jerome Verdier, Executive Director of the International Justice Group, shared with Front Page Africa New Narratives, a letter that he has sent to Liberia's Justice Minister, making the same allegations against the human rights activist Mr. White had made. What did you expect from Jerome Verdier? He drafted these things and gave them to Arlene White. You know, Arlene White is a whole PhD doctor, but he doesn't know Liberian history like that. So Jerome Verdier does most of these things and just pass them around. Ambassador Van Shaak rejected the allegations, saying in her statement, witnesses testify under oath that they were appearing on their own volition because they wanted to tell their stories in a court of law to seek justice. End of quote. Quote, over the many years that U.S. law enforcement actors have collaborated with these organizations, our investigators and prosecutors have seen no credible evidence of these claims. End of quote, she said. Quote, indeed, I understand that the Department of Justice employs protocols in its work specifically designed to avoid improper influence on witnesses or discover actual or attempted influence when it occurs. End of quote. On my visit to Liberia, civil society actors, the Liberian Bar Association, victims, the Liberian people have shared with me their passion and conviction that justice must be done. This sentiment is held by broad swaths of the public, even among young people who did not live through the wars. End of quote. Okay? U.S. Representative James P. McGovern, co-chair of the Lentos Human Rights Commission, echoed Ambassador Van Shaak's statement in an email. Quote, I concur with her analysis that there is no evidence to support the allegations made by Mr. White and other witnesses against Civitas Maxima and Global Justice and Research Project. End of quote. He said in a response to a Front Page Africa New Narrative inquiry. Representative McGovern, a Democrat, represents the 2nd District of Massachusetts in the House of Representatives. Quote, on the contrary, both organizations have played an important role on behalf of victims of atrocities in Liberia who have sought justice in various venues. It is deeply unfortunate that a Tom Lantos Human Rights Committee hearing was instrumentalized to attack human rights defenders and the human rights movement at large.
That's right.
It should not be. It should not happen. All right. This is from McGovern, James P. McGovern. You understand? So these Alan White and others have found it so hard right now.
What's on the boy? Let him come listen to the truth, man.
Yeah. Okay. So it's difficult for him now. So what this tells me is that Alan White and others lied on an oath.
Yep. So right now, Alan White feels that someone is putting hole in your hustle.
Yeah, somebody's putting a hole in his hustle. He lied on an oath.
Yep.
Okay. Miss Chapin, let me say hi to you quickly, and then I want to do the other story quickly, and then you're gonna come in. How are you? Let's just conclude on this with the 360, 380 or 360, how to call it, or 180, 360 made by my dear friend and brother Chairman Molu and the organization, the movement Stand. So I don't know whether it is because of the condemnation by Ambassador Van Shaak that have caused the movement Stand to backtrack, make a 380, 360, or 180 on her sweeping endorsement of the appointments made in the office of the World Economic Crime Code establishment. Yeah. Susie Lamadan, welcome. Good morning. Striker Lawrence, welcome as well. Salome Weeks, lovely little sister, welcome. Okay, so this is the statement, press statement by the movement Stand. Stand calls for stakeholders dialogue to restructure Office of World Economic Crimes Court's leadership. Okay. Stand expresses concern about the slow pace of the War Crimes Court process and calls on President Weah to revive the process, giving growing calls for a more open, consultative, and participatory process since the appointment of the ECHO executive director. Stan had previously announced its support to Councillor Jonathan Massaquoi following his appointment as Executive Director of the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Court of Liberia. However, in its latest press release, the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day said despite its recent support for the executive directorship of Councillor Jonathan Massaquoi, quote, we find these calls and concerns, especially coming from the Liberian National Bar Association, human rights organizations, and other stakeholders, to be worthy of immediate attention and cannot be ignored. End of quote. According to Stan, to dismiss concerns about a process that evidently lacks extensive consultation and participation is to perhaps further the lukewarm reception being noticed from a significant portion of the international community and partners. Quote, while Stan applauds President Weah for taking bold steps to advance the justice agenda of the nation, something his recent two predecessors were too timid to do, it will be counterproductive if broad consultations and inclusive participations of all civil society actors, human rights organizations, and international development partners are not considered. End of quote. Stan said in the statement issued by its chairman, Moba Molu. Okay, that's Molu right there. So what we are saying here is we've always maintained our position on the issue of war economics crime court. Because we notice here, what we notice here is that there is a plot in it all. The establishment of this court, okay, there is a plot for reprisal, for witch hunt, for falsely accusing people, as stated there by Ambassador Van Shaak, Congressman Tom McGovern, James P. McGovern, sorry. Okay? People have ulterior motives to lie on people, to incriminate people falsely. We know this for a fact. And this is why we vehemently detest anyone who will, we notice, will be in bed with the likes of Alan White and Greg Smith. Yeah. We will publicly go after you and let the world know where we stand on this issue. So when my dear friend and brother, I call him Global, had a sweeping endorsement for Jonathan Massaquoi.
Yep.
And today is making a 360 and calling for everybody to come together. You know, I hate when people say, had I known, or you should have known better.
I know, right?
Yeah. Had I known, you should have known better. They don't form part of my vocabulary. Yeah. Because you should think it over. Think about it. Whether it's the right thing to do. Okay? But there's more to this story. Let me bring on Ms. Chapin. We will tell you more in our subsequent broadcast, okay? Ms. Chapin, welcome. Rashak Basiji Chapin. If you're talking to us, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, Mr. Kimon, I'll talk to you later. A little bit tired.
Okay, she's tired now. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, so uh Mars SP, you making me to laugh on the show here tonight. Okay, yeah. So we always said here, your advocacy must be rooted in honesty, consistency, and leadership.
Yep.
Yeah. Those three virtues must always be there in your advocacy. You got to be honest, you got to be consistent, you got to show leadership.
Yep.
All right. When that was, I think, July 1st. July 1st, when Malu called a news conference with hundreds of people and tens and tens of uh, 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 civic civil society organizations and NGOs and people that came to endorse the appointment of Massaquoi.
Right.
And on day one of Massaquoi's appointment, we were against it. We were against it and even questioned it and tried to link it up with an appeasement for the speaker and question what did Speaker Kofa, Grigsby, and Allen White have in common. We question that. That's the consistency that we speak about. Today, we are saying the same thing. We're not biting our tongues. We're not backtracking. We're not making 180 or 360. Okay? We are not like Yasini Martin here with her own text at the Truth Tom Lantos Human Rights Committee hearing. She's not able to read it. Explaining her story in Greystone Compound. She's not able to explain it because she was never in Greystone Compound. What she was stating there was on paper. Somebody wrote it for her or described the scene for her. She cannot tell anybody both face to face, or what Greystone Compound looked like. Whether it was during the day of 1990 or the April 6th war or whatever time. She can't explain what Greystone looked like. So I'm happy that Ambassador Van Shaak is responding to these lies, false accusations, and what have you, which of course gonna put all of them in the spotlight. Okay, and I hope our civil society actors are watching or they are paying due attention. I want to give them some credit for coming out forcefully. Some of those commissioners, former commissioners of the TRC, that came out against Jerome Verdier when he tried to lie on Jeff Koji at the criminal court in The Hague, and are today standing up. Some of them condemned the appointment of Massaquoi. Okay? Kuda Williams said we need a letter sent to the governor of Georgia to report her that she lied on her oath.
That's right.
It will not be the governor of Georgia. It will be to the congressional hearing where she lied on her oath.
Yep.
The Tom Lantos Human Rights Committee. We can do that.
Well, Mr. Gilman, I'm not cutting you up, but we saw Allen White I think I can remember that same comedian when he was mentioning some. I think he was also reporting about certain things that were done during the Weah government, and then he talked about. You remember those girls that died in the accident?
Yes, yes.
He mentioned that those
He
girls.
mentioned that. He
Yes,
did.
that's why I gave up on that man. That it was voodoo. The government deal with them and kill all kinds of things.
Yeah, voodoo. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But now Jerome Fordell told them all those lies. And they just take that guy for granted, they just. But I think because of the the recordings the former city police director did with Jerome Verdier and those guys on Spoon, all of them, I think that damaged Jerome Verdier that he did not show up to testify the last time. And we got information also that Jerome Verdier went to, I think he went to Congress just ordinarily, and the men were wearing two different socks. He was wearing two different socks. His clothes not pressed.
Oh, Verdier?
Verdier. And the people were looking at him like,
wow.
Two different socks story remind me of the late John P. Bear. Used to John Bear went to church and they started singing this song, and then the chorus came.
Mm-hmm.
This is my story.
Yeah.
This is my John Bear said, this is my scobies. This is my socks. All came from JP. Even my brief. Yeah. The man wore with two different socks. And the lady that divorced him, or Jay Hawaji Masakwa, is following the show from Kenya. She laughing. Kuda Willow said he didn't take his medicine that day. Yeah. No, true story. The guy had on two different socks.
Wow.
I think he's kind of a paranoid over Jeff Koji. Yeah. He wanted to be justice minister. Boakana gave it to him. And a whole lot of things, man, Yeah. And now Van Shaak. Van Shaak is directly working for the United States government. And you heard Patience Graham. Yeah, Patience Graham said they were looking at him like, is he the one carrying the Liberian people problem on his head? Now it's on your feet, the two different socks. Charlene Pratt, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, good morning there. Jay Hawa, G Masakwa. Good to see you always, okay? Welcome. Yeah, so I mean, our country again is at a cliff. Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully people will understand that this country deserves better, deserves peace, and what have you.
And we need to maintain.
We need to maintain the peace.
That's right.
Alan White does not have any fish to fry in Liberia's body politics. Okay? Van Shaak is even questioning what does he have in Liberia?
Mm-hmm.
What are his interests? Yeah. What are his interests? Tama, Fakmana, welcome there from Lofa, for your district. Good to see you. Say good morning. Watching you live from Lofa County, Foya District. Tamba Fakmana. Welcome there, brother. How you doing? Hawa Masukwa said that go. Yeah. And Charlene President Weah is confusing them. Absolutely, no doubt.
Somebody needed to question them. Somebody needed to question.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
You're
All
right.
right. So Ms. Dopa,
Yes.
yeah, you got anything to say? We'll open up the lines for a few callers. If
Yeah.
Miss Champion ready, we're gonna take her.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna call it. But folks, one second, Miss Dopo.
Okay.
We brought you this story about the yellow machine.
I
The
have to go today. I'm going to
the
clean the house. So
originator
why did you say clean
of
the
the yellow
bathroom?
machine,
Yeah, people. You not do the labor? Yeah, I gotta take care of that.
the person who negotiated the yellow machines and what have you, we told you yesterday, and a subsequent write-up is none other but the late McDonald Wento, the gentleman seen right here. McDonald Wento is the one that Joseph Boakai referred to as his longtime friend. I don't know when did he and McDonald became friends to be longtime friends. Yeah. McDonald originated this yellow machine. He took his partners, his friends, investors, would-be investors to Liberia to meet with Boakai, and the deal was consummated, which will lead Boakai to appoint him as special envoy, ambassador at large, and what have you. 2 to 3 days after his appointment, Wento died. Yeah. And end of story.
Wow.
Yeah. The Boakai is yet to consult this man's family, talk to them, or provide whatever is due them. 285 pieces of machines, yellow machines. You're talking about tens of millions of dollars. But we'll bring you more of their story. All right? We'll bring you more of their story. It's not going away. We'll bring you more of their story. And in the coming days and weeks and months, until Boakai can come out and tell the Liberian people something different from what we are saying, or tell the Liberian people the true story behind the yellow machines deal. Okay, who is this long-time friend that he has a gentleman agreement with? Who is this friend who has vested interest in Liberia's development? Okay, and tell the Liberian people that wasn't or isn't a white man or a South African, a Canadian, an American, but a Liberian in the person of McDonald Wento. Yeah.
Wow.
This man wanted his country developed, especially he wanted the southeastern corridor to be linked up with the rest of the country.
Right.
Because that corridor suffered every rainy season, cut off from the rest of the country. And he wanted that to be solved. So it didn't matter which government it was.
Right.
Yeah. When he had the opportunity and Boyka was president, he decided to go for it. And the Boyka government is taking advantage of it. I saw somebody commented on the post we did this morning in one of the groups and said, I should take, quote, I should take the trash down and give McDonald some respect. End of quote. If you are listening, I want to speak to you personally. You disrespected McDonald Wento by thinking that we wrote trash. You should be happy that a Liberian, whether in life or in death, was able to get such a deal for our country. But when you have crooked leaders, wicked leader like Joseph Boyka, who does not remember, in the words of George Weah, does not remember anything, good or bad. When you have him at the helm of power, he will not remember the works of McDonald Wento, but he will want to reap the benefits of those yellow machines and white trucks. We'll have more for you in the coming days, weeks, and months. Okay? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Miss.
Yeah,
Dopo. Yeah,
as always, it's always a great show on this platform.
no doubt.
Whenever you tune in, you know you tuning in to hear nothing but the truth and truth to power.
Truth to power.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gilman, for holding up to this platform to also inform our people what's going on, what's unfolding. And I will be very much interested to listen to the follow up of this information that you just gave us about Mr. Wento, because
Yeah.
if he was somebody who was instrumental from the beginning about this yellow machine, and since his demise, President Boyka has not even,
No.
shown any sympathy. That's really concerning and very, very, speak to the kind of character he is. So that's really, really sad. But
Sad. Very sad.
you
Yeah.
know, so we'll be looking forward to hearing more about that. But back to the conversation we had with regards to the AFL being deployed
Mm-hmm.
um, at the airport and a lot of other things that are going on in our country. It saddens me, Mr. Gilman. Sometimes you wouldn't believe it. Sometimes I want to cry for Liberia. I literally really want to just bust up into tears for
Yeah.
our country. I mean, it might sound silly to other people, but it's just emotional sometimes to see the kind of things that are going on in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to be a government that would bring hope. This was supposed to be a government that would rescue our people according to the way they call themselves. And to see the way things are moving, I'm so scared sometimes. I'm scared that 2021, our people might not even vote in peace with these kind of things that are going on. They will be having guns to their head or intimidating them not to go and vote. This is really scary. And I pray and hope that, the international community will step in to put an end before it gets worse. Before it gets worse.
Yeah.
The Constitution allows people to assemble peacefully. This is a president who just left office, and his people are still passionate about him no matter what.
Right.
Okay, so if you went out of the country and he's coming back, and his supporters want to go and meet him, where is the crime there?
Where is the crime? Yeah.
Where is the crime that you will send military people, shopping them, pushing them, according to that video?
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Very, very wrong.
It is, very, very wrong in the fact that it's going to lead to a lot of other different things. Okay, spokesman said it's tantamount to a lot of other different things. We'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that, you know, this Baka government will really be serious about governing, because I don't see no seriousness right now.
No.
They were calling President Weah dictator, but this is dictatorship.
It is.
Dictator everything. I saw some posts from the information minister. I don't know what it was today or whatsoever, talking about they calling the prophet that was or swearing people that were putting mouth on him. They are citing him. They're going, why you free Prophet Key when Prophet Key was cursing other people?
Yeah.
Is there not the same freedom of speech that causes?
Is that freedom of speech?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, the prophet, whatever the prophet is doing is wrong, but it's the same freedom of speech that you give to Prophet Key, that you allow him to insult people day and night.
And allow him to leave from the court.
Thank you.
You trash the court, the lawsuit.
Yes. So now you come to cite this man because he cursed the country or whatever. So what happened to the other curses of the other people? This is abuse of power right there.
It is.
It is abuse of power. So thank you so much, Mr. Gemma. This is a great show. We'll continue to follow it and we'll educate our people the way forward so that they can make some informed decisions come 2029. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Miss Chapin, Mr. G. Chapin, take it away.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. How you doing?
Well, thank God, we give God the glory. Okay.
God money, other oil.
Yeah, God money. They've been busy.
I know.
Yeah. Well, however, thank God for everybody. Hi to everybody, and sorry to the bereaved family.
Families, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And happy birthday to those who had a birthday in this last month and this month.
Right.
And hi to all our followers and supporters and members. We say hi to them. And thank you all for all the support and commitment to this fight. Mr. Gilman, we told Liberian people for the past 6 years, we sat down on this very platform and we told the Liberian people that we know that their government was not perfect, but it was a better side.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It was a better side.
Right.
We said it here repeatedly, but people didn't listen. Yeah, people didn't. They were attacked left, right. People didn't listen to us, and they went ahead. And they went to the White House and they carried lies to Congress. Whole lot of lies they carried to Congress, leading to sanction on the Weah government officials. You know,
right?
Different sanctions. Jackson, Lord, I think Smith, I'm talking Jackson. So they did all of those things. But I'm glad that the people beginning to see their true color, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're beginning to see their true color. And it's just so sad. You know, it's just so sad for the national army, you know, the AFL.
Right.
I didn't expect the AFL after the kind of training and discipline and
resources spent on them.
Yeah, resources you on the AFL to see the AFL team generating like that. You know that Prince Johnson boy was a bad nightmare for the AFL. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
He was never supposed to have been chief of staff. Yeah. He was never supposed to have been chief of staff, but he suppressed the current chief of staff. And how he became chief of staff. He sold a bad seat in the military today. You see? How the military acting arbitrary now, out of discipline. When the children came to the military, knew that they were disciplined because of what they told them. Or now, I mean, everything broken down. Law and order has broken down in the military. I don't know if the defense minister law for professional and law of the military, she should put her foot down. Those that went to the airport, if they did it, you know, not consistent with the rules and regulations of the military, they should be punished.
Right.
overlook it. It should be punished. It's a time trial, not for right alone.
No.
Not for right alone. The military misbehave. You never see the military turn on its own. Let right next door Guinea, the military took power. What if that very military turn on and take power? Baka already weak. What thing they got to protect them? What they got to protect them? So, yeah, to me now the military are the most powerful institution in the country.
Right.
Who can decide leadership if they want to. So they're supposed to that it should be the law. You don't drag military men into politics. People can be ambitious. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
So and then my concern has said it in the chat room, and I'm saying it again. President Weah security should be #1 for CDC. We should not do anything that will put President Weah security at risk.
Right.
If a leave on my war, Mr. Gilman, President Weah will not be in that country. He can go face it once in a while and leave. Yeah, trust these people, Mr. Gilman. People are blooded people.
I know.
Trust them. People key on blood. They key on the back of Tama and Joshua blood. Blood in their eye. And they want to kill that now the elections. All that whatever I can see some people in some of those small sedition and writing on Facebook. Oh, and when I put President, when they right after the election, when I put President, we are ticket again. He brave. I wonder if the President we had just said no, he will be having him or he on his shoulder to be able to ref on Facebook.
Right.
You know what the people are going to do that election night? The President we have made the ultimate sacrifice so that all can have here on our shoulder. So he should be protected. If people ain't got no, they fight, they ain't carry him, they withdrew his security, they turn around, treating him the ordinary citizen, they got no regards for him. They even want you to exist.
No.
Did you listen to John Molu interview on Spoon? I know that one-on-one interview they had. He said he believe Baka will do the good thing because he one person we have to come to power again. What concern him now? Like he didn't want to decide who will come to power again or who not to come to power again.
So Baka will remain in power forever?
Yeah, see the extent of hatred in Baka for President Weah. When listen to us, oh, they think it's really threatening President Weah left.
Tell you.
If he already in power, and he want President Weah to come to power again, then that means he have already very deep hatred for President Weah, and he got the potential to do anything. What a lawyer then can say, premeditated.
Premeditated,
yeah, he got the intention for him. Because if you can stop the man to the ballot box, you will choose another matter. So, all the things, Mr. Gilman, I President Weah, warrior for you, the whole thing. I pray for him. I worry for President Weah in the whole team. My hand certified. Let me tell you today, my hand certified.
Right.
President Weah move on in that country there. If God say you will be president again, nobody will stop you. You will be president again. For prevention, better the queue. Yeah, President Weah go sit down somewhere. Where to go? He want travel. He must go easy. He come back easy. See, Dishan said, I know that he not travel and he coming back because anyhow they will say they won't go to the airport. Then I leave it. Like I said, even if he never had his own car, they won't get him keke to ride. They ain't take a ride. They ain't take a keke ride. How long, Mr. Gilman? How long? Say, in the 7 months or the first year, before you know it, that team will be over. Liberian people say, what do with them?
Absolutely.
Liberian people say, well, decide what to do with it and back to walk around. You know, when I saw that guy testifying, it broke my heart. I said, look at me. I the ones who will be over there testifying. Because when they say vis-a-vis, my own eyeball saw it.
Yeah.
My own eyeball saw it. I experienced it. So everything I experienced it. I should be there testifying because if I testify, I'll take tears will lead in on that. Because I will be recounting what I saw.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I need people.
You need people. Thank you. You don't need paper.
No, I don't need paper.
Yeah.
I don't need paper. I don't need any paper.
No.
But I'm glad that anywhere get somebody to oppose him. Anywhere been melting in our politics.
A whole lot.
He be part of our gangster in our political scene. Buying that anywhere they all push Kun. What Prince Joseph didn't know, they push Kun to be vice president to Bwaka so that they can turn Prince Joseph over. Kun say, uncle.
Yeah.
And he follow Kun that sheep going to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, so I'm glad. I don't want anywhere to hear that war crackle because he in Jerusalem, they will lie on people. They will read transparency report.
Yep.
They will lie on people.
How they call it? Jerusalem might have psychosis or what they call it? What? Yeah, schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is. He should get help.
Very colorful.
You should get help. It's a pathological lie. Why too much? That's okay, man. Let me leave you. Yeah, come and take care of my children.
Let me take two callers quickly here. Amos Morris. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, good evening, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, no problem, Chief. How you been doing?
Great.
Yeah, I know I came on a little bit late, almost morning. Mr. Gilman, you know, we have been talking and we've been talking and we are still talking.
Right.
We were not biased in our advocacy for peace in our country during the Weah administration. We flagged out issues that was affecting the growth and development of our country under the Weah administration. And today we are to where we are. Remember, always when it came to the security aspect of our country, I always speak about it. So I have vast knowledge when it comes to the Liberian security sector. I witnessed on Saturday. I'm praying for it. I'm not wishing for it. But what will happen in our country? The guys are intimidated at this man. They want to stay in power beyond 2029. That's what my KR is telling me. I confide in you. People in the sector have confided in me. That's the plan. If you see Prince Joseph, how can you discipline or retire or chief of staff, appointing a defense minister in less than hours, you resign, and you say to the National Security Agency?
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Secondly, you got the president coming from Lofa County, and you get the army chief of staff coming from Lofa County. That's a red flag.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
What we witnessed at the airport, President Weah was the target. It was not about sedition. They were only waiting for a spark, and the guys were going to get into flame.
Yeah.
That was the target. Now, where we are right now, Mr. Gilman, the country there's a dark cloud hanging over that country right now, security-wise. Now, guys within the army, I'm not satisfied for what is happening to President Weah. Not be surprised one morning. Not pray for it, like I said. And we hear about one Abraham to our like the one in the past. Not praying for it. These are things that lead to search. The administration have failed. They have lost grip of what they came for. They thought it was going to be sugar and honey. But to where they are right now, they cannot understand themselves, so they are finding all means to maintain power. So all we can do as Liberians and love our country, this is my kind advice or recommendation to every one of us to ask our brothers that we call father, these American people, because there are few elements within the United States here in government and the entire American population against Liberia, but there are few people don't want to see that country progressing. What happened? Where is the second McCarthy? I was born George Weah by 4 to 4. What's going on? They're not speaking to see the wrong that's going on in Liberia. They tell you that they don't want to see that country progress.
Right.
Because these people knew that President Weah was taking Liberia to another level, and they don't want to see it. So they prefer chaos to go on in that country to take us back another 100 years. Then we go on the table again to start negotiating for another peace. That's what they want to see in that country. The peace of Liberia right now is in line with being God in first, and we the outside of Liberia. Because they leave over guys in Liberia, trust me, tomorrow morning there will be bloodshed in Liberia. Listen to all the platform now as of today in Liberia. Like everybody is preparing for something to happen in Liberia, and that's not good for our country.
No.
So what we need to do now, be the outside. We got the voices that we did before in the Weah regime. We can go back to the Congress again and let these people know that our country is moving in the wrong direction and we need their attention. If we just sit out of that, trust me, in a week or month from now, there'll be something different in our country. There are elements within the army are prepared to take any instruction, even from the layman down the line, to go against anybody that's resemble George Weah. Because they want to maintain power after 2029.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm sensing. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you very much, Amos Morris. Let's take Boy Solo.
Yeah, Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, welcome.
No doubt. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mr. Gilmore, you see, sometimes when we come here and we speak on things, we speak pertaining the information and the sources that we get. And that's what makes us speak like we speak sometimes.
Right.
Mr. Gilmore, as I speak to you right now, you won't believe that there is a big disagreement within the armed forces of Liberia. Right now, the present chief of staff, most of those guys going against him and said that's why he was fighting to come to be the chief of staff. And you don't sugarcoat it, man. When you call him and he say the president's nephew, got a Joseph Boga nephew.
Right.
And a sister's son. So that what the man is doing everything that he can. And I told you, the man must have had an argument, right? Right in the fence. About Boga. You're defending Joseph Boga like that. I don't care what I do here from the same place. But Mr. Gilmore, everything I was telling you, I was telling you, Lana, today, on AB show, few of them called there today, and they called in disguise and say everything I was planning, I was going in the barrier that they said they were going to do. We know everything. We were on the standby to get ready for them because we were just waiting for them to fire one person in that place, and the whole army was going to be divided. And that day, but thank God that they never make the attempt. And they spoke about it. Mr. Gilmore, there is no way. I'm not talking about the outside, but the military that I know so much. Before the commander, or let's say it will come to the platoon sergeant first, the command will come from the commander to the platoon sergeant will get his command. There is no way the army will move and go do anything without the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia in the know.
Right.
The chief of staff got to get whatsoever instruction, because first of all, before the army move anywhere, they got to get a briefing. And why you're going for, what the reason you're going, what the reason you're doing, what you're there to do, and all of those things. They got to brief you. They get that guy and say, "My man, let go." No, it don't happen that way.
No.
But the people act like they say that they are no were there before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They all like to say, yeah, they're the only people that just come that webinar unique one that no other person know about it in Liberia or whatever. Who told you that? 1992, during the autopause, when MPF attacked Monrovia, Mr. Gimmer, the Ecomofi commander at that time, I just forgetting his name. He never came to the barrel and said, Commander, you have what they call it. The first person he go to the command structure was the chief of staff. Immediately the chief of staff called the commanding general and briefed it. From there, it went down to the command structure to start blowing the bleaker for soldiers to assemble. That's what happened in the army. When things happening and the soldiers in the know, they get, remember the bleaker, right?
Yeah.
Really the blow, pam, 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 pam. That was assemble all the soldiers. Then from there, the command will be given. So the command was given before, even though MPF were attacking Maria strongly. Nobody moved. Nobody make a turn until at the time, the chief of staff, the officer of Liberia of that time, was Lieutenant General GHT Command Point. Get the command to the commanding general, which was adequate or general at that time, to get the soldier prepared. And that's how it went.
That's how it
Before
worked.
it went to the command structure.
Right.
So those guys must start playing with all. And Mr. Gimon, let us share this thing to the people every day. Even there are people that they put down, there are people, look, when we're speaking, we got information, we got people, we know people. I'm not lie to you. When it comes to violence, when it comes to brutality, there is no party in Liberia got violent people compared to the CDC.
But we're not talking violence now. President Weah have preached. Yeah, boss, let me take the last caller. Let me take the last caller. I beg you. We should not encourage. We should not. Yeah, understand. We should not encourage violence. Let me take. I'll Jagwa. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jagwa, welcome.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kim.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, it's good morning.
Yeah,
it's way good morning already. I just you how important and interesting our country is. You know, it's
right.
When it comes to the thing of Liberia, it just at some point in time becomes very exhausting. Because when you think we are people who should be making progress, we are doing everything we can to go backwards. I share the sentiments, the concerns of many people on the platform, and I think across Liberia, regarding the security of former President Weah.
Right.
I also fear for that. I think that again, a certain group of people in Liberia think they are more Liberians than others, and that has always been one of our biggest problems. There are people who think that what they say should always counts, right? I mean, look at what happened to Women Side a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know the story?
Yeah.
You know the story?
Yeah.
Like, what even gave him the guts? That tells you there were so many things that were planned in the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
These people knew what they were doing. All right?
Exactly.
But we are just fall into the trap. There's always been just someone who was smart. Everything they've done, don't allow him to go through the VIP launch. It has been different things happening to force him or force citizens to do something,
right,
to use as a reason to carry some sort of violence.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't succeeded. The president came back. He didn't even care where you try to. This is a common person. You know, let me tell you, the first time I saw President George Bush in my life, in the 80s, he was playing for World Headstone. Very common person.
Right.
He has been team a particular pattern of living. So you want him to go through even the
the worst part of the airport, trust me, it would not bother President Weah. I'm telling you something. That's the kind of person he is.
Yeah.
For people like Bwaka, he never thought he will be successful. Bwaka and his group with someone who never thought that success would come to them.
Right.
Or certain things will never come to them in their life. I'm telling you now. When they receive it, the music you played earlier, that's what the guy was singing in our episode when you started the show.
Yeah.
Right? You put your arms in the air and you think it's all yours. It's not.
No.
President, we are started tasting success at a young age. When we are
very young age.
Yes. Yeah. When you're out in Europe, hanging with people who Bwaka will never meet until he died. So I'm just telling you, the things that bother them, it doesn't bother President Weah. And these are things that bother these people. Look at what happened at the airport. People walking and you jump, you put the airport who joined like some group of the airport, you put yourself in that position. You know, but I like what Musa Ability said today. The chief of staff needs to tender his resignation.
Yeah.
Between you and I, these are the kind of political leaders we are looking for. People who can begin to stand and say, if you do this, these are the kind of results we meet.
Yeah.
When you realize that the president cannot protect you, you realize the president cannot protect you. Trust me, people would think, even if Bwaka say, hey, do this, and say, yeah, I mean, I could do it, but here's the thing though. When the house comes after me, you can't protect me.
No.
We have to reach a stage where this is these are Liberians who love President Weah. There were people who are in our crowd, they're not seditious, but they love President Weah.
Yeah.
So the idea of President trying to label people as seditious, it needs to stop. It is their way of trying to carry things out. They just cannot succeed. I really hope that this time around, that the House really stand their ground and make sure this particular chief of staff, who is from Lofa County, get kicked out. Let that be the first sign to show that, you know what?
Right.
Bwaka, I will just close with this.
The message will be loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
That the first defense minister resigned right after confirmation.
Exactly.
And the chief of staff, after 6-7 months, also resigned.
Will be forced to get out. Yes. Yeah. And the yellow machine thing with whoever that war with him, the nonsense, they will all begin to realize that these people, President, we have said it. These people came from the US and overseas and thinking it is a place to come and collect money.
Yeah.
Money. Sometimes they couldn't get you left that brand and went overseas. You didn't succeed. Then you run back to your country now. The same country you neglected. That's the same country you really to now and actually want to get work from there. Someone kept that peace for 6 years when the international peacekeeping troop left.
Right.
I was, the previous guy said we should go to the US government. Don't get me wrong. I live here, I love the US government, whatever it is. But it is time that Liberians begin to take an owner to our own stuff. The idea of, let me tell you, the idea of going to the US Embassy and the Congress, because I hate it. I don't like it. We are not stupid people. We are educated people. We're smart enough to handle our own problems. President Weah showed a lot of roadmap. This man never came to the US and begged them every time for money. He did not do that. This is what they want now. They want people who can come to them constantly and ask them for money. President Weah did not do that. He went to places where he could get money from to help our economy grow for 6 years.
Right.
We're not going to no embassy. We need to learn to solve our own problems. The idea of thinking that people are too mighty over us, that's not where we are where we are. Everything we should go and ask them about, come and look at our. No, it needs to stop. And I hope the House can begin to take some of the decisions they're making now. I really like some of the things guys are beginning to do, like the yellow machine thing. They are not letting Bwaka off the hook. This tells you the old man has no clue what it means to be a president. He has no idea.
Right.
He never even thought in his life he would be a VP, let alone a president. The thing has got into his head. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, my friend and brother, Al Jogba. You Junior Beslow. No, my sister, let Weah always inform the public about his coming in and going out of the country, because anyone could do bad things and they will say that they don't know about it because the security was not informed about his travel. Great point there, Miss Beslow. Thank you. And John Greta, you can go on Facebook and Apostle Sio. Just look for Apostle Sio, Apostle Daba DG Sio, or Apostle DG Sio, and then you will find your information. All right. I don't have the link to give to you, but you can find information just like that. Miss Dopo, you got any last word before we go?
Not really. I just wanted to say thank you so much, Mr. Gilman, as always. We'll be on here tomorrow, after tomorrow, and any other day.
Any other day, no doubt.
Yeah, just to inform our people. Men are posted with me. I posted.
No doubt. Sunday good, Sunday bad.
Sunday bad. Have a good night, sir.
Good day.
Good night to our followers.
Absolutely. Folks, there you have it. Sweet Cassava Leaf by the veteran Jones Dopo. Gonna take us home here tonight. And of course, it was great being in your company and welcoming us wherever you get your podcasts. Sí, cassava lío. La pacuga loya. Sí, cassava lío. La pacuga loya.
You take it from Peter to Theo.
I will take it for you tomorrow, Mama.
Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? You can pray for long life. As long as you let me know, the fellow will grow.
Harriet Weah.
Power if I know. It can make you happy. It's just like a brook, you know. If we to capsize. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go alone. Human being can eat it. Other people can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Not for go alone.
Again, folks, thanks very much for being there.
Let's
continue to keep hope alive and pray for our country and people. Liberia. Thanks to our team of panelists and analysts on here tonight. I have two great women, two great ladies. Rasha Messages Shopping. Sarah Dopo. Thanks to all of you, our callers into the show, distributors, those of you that turn up with us as well. You can join us on the radio, on the FM dial, where the entertainment never stops. That's Junior How Talk on the Mixler app. MIXL Ara. It's the Mixler app. Harriet Weah, great platform and always good show all the time. God bless us all. Absolutely. Emmanuel Bro, it has been a nice show as always. Wow, Michael. Good night and sweet dreams, my dear brother and friend. Absolutely. Take care, all of you.
Sweet, sweet, living is sweet.
Miles S.P. Pelo. Thanks, Mr. Gilmore. Thanks, Sarah Dopo.
Why not pray for long fellow? You can pray for long life. As long as they living,
the fellow will grow. As long as it is living, the feather's gonna grow.
From you tomorrow, mama. Hey. You take it from Peter today, oh,
I'll take it for you tomorrow, mama.
Fine, power is power.
Jerry Akwe. Good night. I got your text message, okay?
Looking like a crook, you know, a way to capsize. Kesawalio.
Kasawalia. Kasawalia, mama.
No for go alone. When I pray for long fellow, he always pray for long life.
As long as it live you, the feather will grow. Girls don't pray for long feathers, they pray for long life. Let's copy that code. 2029 is coming fast. Let's pray for that time. Let's pray to be here.
Our time is a lesson, yeah. Brother, days ahead.
Better days ahead. Our time is a lesson. I'm a brother, we are papa.